Let's talk about starting out micro bakery at home without a business plan or a budget. Starting out a micro bakery, I know it can be very scary and daunting. Hopefully by the end of this video, you have enough confidence and faith enough to carry your doubts. To start with, you will need to think about what equipment you need. You'll be thinking, what do I need? What equipment do I need to start with? But first, I think if you can say this to yourself, what do I have to start my bakery? Not what you need. What you need, your mind usually take you outside. Especially now with Instagram and social media, seeing Leo the baker have this and that, I have a big oven. I didn't start with this big oven you see behind me or this bench, 3 meters long table. I started at home with nothing like this. I have everything you have at home, like home oven, dining table, knives, no bannetons. I didn't have any bannetons. I had a bowl, which I use a bowl and I use a tea towel put inside dusted flour. Proof my bread in it. That's how I started. I didn't have any fancy equipment when I started because at first stage I was just baking at home for the family. I didn't think about business. But even then, when I decided to make it a business, I didn't buy anything like fancy until I made some money. My first investment was a fridge. My first investment was a little fridge, counter fridge, to put the baguette dough in it. And then the next investment was a small oven, which I still use, which is small, that one there. Now I'm using for pastry, but I was using for baguette. But let's talk about product now. The product I had one product first, which is my signature white loaf, which is I replicated the one I used to eat when as a child in Mozambique. My signature white loaf. This is why my advice, I would say, start with one product and get good at it, get really good, and don't get caught up in people, even customers. They might say, when you're going to introduce a new product, don't worry so much about that. As long as you get your good product is really good and get really good at it, get really confident and know how to work with hydration, your water and stuff like that. You understand the flour, what's going on. So when you launch the second product, it will be much easier for them to buy. If they like the first product very much, it will be easier then to buy the second product with confidence it's going to be good. And make sure it's good too. My advice in terms of product, start with one product for a long time. Don't get scared or carried away because other people doing this and that. And the first 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, don't go in for the money because those first 3 years will be just throwing your passion in. You'll get disappointed expecting lots of money in the first season of it because it's just investment. Like look at this stuff I have behind me. The big one I have accumulated over the years and buying one thing I need. Because as you grow, you'll understand what you need more because this is it. You can't buy lots of things at the start because you don't know what you're going to need. Okay, you can have an idea because you've been in someone else's bakery, but your journey is specific. As you start, you will know what you need next and you buy that. You'll know what you need next and you buy that. But the key thing you will need, for sure, is going to be an oven, a nice bench, fridge, freezer. Freezer is good for efficiency. For example, you're doing pastries, you can do a big batch ahead of time and freeze it and then take it out, prove it, and sell or serve the customer. Those are the things you will need. Bannetons, a dough knife. Those are the things you're gonna need at first, like small scale. Don't think too high in a big scale because at first you're just trying yourself. See if you really enjoy baking. What part of baking you enjoy? Is it baking? Is it the business? Is the money? You need to decide. You will find out along the way. It's not going to be something you think about and yeah, I enjoy this. I like that. You find out as you do it. So don't carry yourself and have a doubt and do with doubt. That's how we do it. And then if faith enough to carry your doubt, like I said in the beginning, that's what you need. Enough faith to carry your doubts and keep going and keep doing. Let's say now you're happy with your product and you're good to go and then you need to decide what model you're going to use because there's a few models. This is something I didn't know when I started, but I used a model that was convenient for the customer and for me was easy to do because which model I was using, which was delivering door to door. So I was doing, when I started, I was delivering door to door. It was lockdown, was very convenient to customers. Not many people were allowed to go out, depending on what type of job you're doing, to go outside and stuff. So it was convenient for the customer and it was convenient for me because I was going to work. So I used to wake up 3 a.m., bake, do deliveries and then go to work. I wasn't delivering massive bread, maybe like 5, 6, 7 deliveries in the busiest day, 7 days a week. and go to, that was easy. I say easy, but hard because I always work up at 3 a.m. But I didn't feel it as like hard because it was something I was enjoying doing it. I still enjoy doing it. So the hardship don't really feel it because you're having fun. So I did that for I don't know how long, delivery I can't remember how long, delivery door to doors and to people. And it was a good way of me knowing the location, the Seven Oaks where I live, and then knowing the customer personally, and they know me personally. We build a relationship, become like family, not just business. And then they know you. It's very interesting. It's very rewarding that way. And the business models, the first one was for me was delivery, but there's plenty of them. I'll lay out for you and then tell her which one is which. So there's delivery, door-to-door delivery. There's farmers market. There is pickup. People can come and collect from your house. This is very good one if you don't have any transport to take your products to farmers market or to deliver door to doors. Another one is wholesale, to sell to shops if you don't want to sell to customers. But this one, wholesale, I would think it'd be good for example, you live in a small town like, for example, like Seven Oaks. If you sell to customers first, the wholesale around you, and people talk about, for example, restaurants and clubs and stuff, those people that you're selling to, they obviously go into the wholesale. And those are the people that are going to be talking about you. They're going to promote your product to the wholesale. How? They're going to be asking, for example, if you're selling bread or pastry, they're going to ask there, is this Leo's bread, for example, or is this Angela's bread, for example? Because they already like your produce. You deliver to them as everyday thing. So they're going to ask the wholesale, and wholesale usually contact. For the first, I don't know how many years, I didn't contact any wholesale. They contact me because the customers ask, is this Leo's product? Is this Leo's bread? And then, so it makes sense for them to get my product in their shop. So those are the 4 models you could use. Delivery door to doors, wholesale, farmers market, pickup. Pickup, it could be, it's like, pickup at the moment is like the most popular one. I'm not doing pop-ups. I'm not pickup. I'm doing pop-ups, which I'm driving somewhere, customer come to me. We're not in lockdown anymore. I don't do deliveries. Delivery can be really hard because you deliver and then come back and do the cleaning and stuff. Depending on how you do your stuff, how you will want to choose to do. I like to bake and serve the same day I'm baking. That's why it's fresh bread. It's bakery. I don't like to bake a day before and then sell it the next day. If the freshness is not the same, might as well go and buy in the supermarket. That's how I believe it. Next, advertising and branding. Which first you need to brand. For example, say now you're ready, you decide, you master your product. 2, choose the model you're going to use. 3, you need to decide, you need to brand your business. Do the branding, how you're going to name it, how people are going to see it. I think branding would be good, something that can easy to remember and then tell what it is. Leo the baker, people know, they don't need to ask what I'm doing. They know what I do. Our name is Leo, what I do is baking. And then that's easy to remember. And advertising, where to advertise, how to advertise. Word of mouth is the best thing. You go back to square one. If you master your product, the customers will help you in advertising. They will talk about it. And then if you have 10 people, sell to 10 people, and those 10 people like it, they know at least 10 people. And those 10 people know another 10 people. And that's one thing to rely on. 2, use social media, Instagram, Facebook, or there's another app, it's called Nextdoor, which I used to get my first stranger customer, if you like. But Facebook, I had people already know me, which are friends and stuff, they buy to support and stuff. But when you get on Nextdoor, you get people that are stranger. You can get on Facebook, don't get me wrong, you can still get people that are strangers, especially when you run some ads and stuff, to get people that they're interested in bread in your local area. But the good thing about this app called Nextdoor is because you put your postcode, and then people who are local to you are the ones who are going to see that, and then they're going to reach out to you. Oh, when I buy some bread, you're going to come and collect it, or can you deliver this and stuff? And then yes, you can do that. So how people can order your bread. So you need to, at first stage, I don't think you need to go on buying websites and stuff to set up a free email, and people can email to you, and then you get their orders, and then you can do it like spreadsheet, write their name and address, what their name, what they order, and then come and collect. Because The first stage, you don't want to spend a lot of money because you're still finding out what you like it, if you like the baking, how long you're gonna last. So do a simple thing like doing an email or message. If you want people to message you on your phone, it's a bit overwhelming because it's easy to forget in terms of using your number. I've used that before and I forgot to put people down on the people's order on the spreadsheet. For example, they text me, I'm outside, I'm minding my business, and I receive a message, and you open obviously your messages, and then you forget to put on your order sheet. So email will be a good thing because you can turn it off on your phone. You have time to log in and see your emails and stuff, and then put the orders down. I'm still using the email system today after three years and a half, nearly 4 years of the business. I still use the order system as my email. People email me and then put the orders down and then go and for collection when I do pop-ups. Because I do pop-ups, but people can still order from me and then they can collect to avoid being disappointed because I usually sell out. Yeah, those are the few things I would start with when you're thinking of starting your micro bakery. Don't go too crazy. Don't think too much or too hard. Just look around you, what you have. Don't ask what do I need. Look what you have that can help you to start. You usually have your phone. I have my phone. I knew I had my phone when I started with. I had my home. I had my car. I had my oven at home where I used to cook with. I had no mixer. I used my hand to knead the dough. And I had internet on my phone or internet at home. Those are the things you need. You don't really start from the beginning. You don't need lots of stuff. At least to find out where you are, where you want to go. Do for long run, or just enjoy baking for you, not for the business and stuff. And this is why I find when I started doing the baking, I did baking for a while in lockdown, and it's very strange, not strange but fascinating road when you start doing the thing you love and people see the passion. Become popular so quickly in town, and I had people help me out in terms of borrowing me money. Someone is a stranger now, but he's a friend of mine, and I'll be forever grateful for his help and support that he helped me to get some money to buy this oven you see behind me, because I didn't have any cash. I had some, and all I had is my passion. That's it. All I had is a passion to bake and serve the customers. And then I kept going and going and going. Like this building I'm in now, the first premise I was in, it was up and just in the same land, and the big house in the basement. How did I find those? So this is the other thing. How do you find premises? I was lucky enough to find out premises, but I would call it lucky. But it's how things work. They messaged me that asking to supply in a cafe. I didn't have enough capacity to supply to them while I was still at home. So I messaged them, yes, I can come and have a chat with you guys and see what we can do together. Because I personally don't like to say no for things and that's it on email. I like to go and see the people and get the energy and get the vibe and explain myself better. So I got there, we started chatting, and I told them, look guys, I'd love to work with you guys, but I'm still at home, I don't have any premises, I don't have big space, I don't have any capacity to supply to you guys. I'm looking for premises at the moment. And they said, well, we have a kitchen downstairs and we don't use it. If you want to have a look, maybe we can come up with something together. We can have some sort of deal. And I went and saw the premises. I said, no, this is perfect. A small kitchen, this is all I need to move out from home, because I was becoming overwhelming at home, and kids at home, they want to touch it, they're not allowed to touch it because there's business to go out and stuff. So it's becoming a little bit tough to balance that work and the kids curious to touch the flour, the dough while I'm working on it. 2 weeks I moved in to that small area, and I was paying like $250 a month, and then I exchanged bread and stuff. That was brilliant. It was like a great start for me. And the same month I quit my job, which was one of kind of like a mistake-ish, if you like, but it wasn't a mistake. It was a mistake and not a mistake, because I couldn't do both jobs in a way, because I was required to work weekend there, and my business, bakery, would be better off to do on a weekend time. So this is the other thing you can do starting out your business. You can work in your business, get the money, and then build up an investment for your business, and then put your equipment and put some money aside, at least for 6 months ahead of like rent for the business if you move out from home. But if you're still at home, even then you can back up yourself for rent, to rent your house if you're renting, or for your mortgage. At least you have yourself a backup plan just in case, because business is up and down. It's not like a steady income, you're earning a salary. You don't have that security, if you like, but in the long term, it's the security that rely on yourself is much better than relying on a salary and stuff. If you, for example, you're not doing something you're really passionate about. So yeah, it's that. I'm gonna wrap it up now. This is it. This is what you need to start. You don't go too crazy. What did we talk about? Equipment, product mastery, and like product mastery, like knowing how to nail your product first before you start to add a product and like come up with lots of products. Business model, choose which model you want to use. Branding, and advertise your product to customers. And order system, which is email to start with, so people know where you know how to reach out to you, how to order your product. And then yeah, doubt yourself if you must, but just do your work, and then keep your passion, smile to people, and yes, everything's gonna be all right. You'll be okay. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.